tonight, our this Dallas Songwriters open mic, virtual open mic that we have every Wednesday night, 7 to 9. And our host tonight, because it is the first Wednesday, so our host tonight is Mr. Bill Martin.
Thank you, world. Thank you, world. It's good to be here. Hopefully, those of you who are seeing us in real time are going to have a very entertaining evening, and hopefully those of you that will see us in the future will say, wow, just wow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out my first song, since the host gets the honors of doing the first song.
Do you want to discuss the order that we're going to do it in?
That would be, who came first, Barbie or Harry?
Harry would be next, and then me,
okay.
and then Alan and Keith.
Okay, Bill, Harry, Barbie, Alan, and Keith. So I will start off my song, and I've just come up with a new idea. I think you'll like it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a very mellow evening tonight, and we hope you're all relaxing and enjoying this wonderful cold weather, hibernating in your homes, enjoying the serenity and the relaxation of a good, fun evening at home. Long, pregnant pause. The audience is in rapt attention on the very edge of their seats. It's so undecided, I can't explain it. You can call me to tell me you love me, you don't care one bit. I feel like a fool for loving you, I feel like a fool for loving you. I've been such a fool for loving you, but I love you so long. It's so undecided, I can't explain. One day you shine on me, the next day it's rain. I feel like a fool for loving you, I feel like a fool for loving you. I've been such a fool for loving you, but I've loved you so long. Such a fool for loving you, I've been such a fool for loving you, but I love you so long.
Love that 12-string.
Yeah, this is a fun instrument. I need to come up with more songs. Looks like we're getting a whole bunch of people tonight. So, welcome, latecomers.
That was Chris. Chris Bouchard came in, and then he dropped out, and then he came in again.
Oh,
Chris
well,
Bouchard.
make up your mind, Chris. Oh,
Hey, yeah, I'm putting my son to bed. I'm going to be on mute for a little bit, and I'll be listening. We'll be listening while I put him to bed.
Okay. That means, Chris, you're the only person that came in during. No, Ace came in too. So who came in first, Chris or Ace?
Ace came in before you started.
Okay,
actually.
so it's Bill.
Or right when you started.
Harry. Barbie. Alan. Was that right?
Yes. Keith.
And then Keith.
Ace and Chris.
Ace and Chris. So that brings us to.
So I've made you a co-host, and then I made Harry a co-host. So
thank you.
Got a couple of people co-hosting, and so Keith, you did a good job of hosting last week. I wanted to tell you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
So I guess that was your inaugural host or whatever. I can't remember
if you
did it. But yeah. So you did a good job.
Well, thank you.
So you need to put Harry up.
Further ado, we are going to bring Harry on. Ladies and gentlemen, Harry Hewlett.
Here's Harry. Here's Harry. Okay, how y'all doing, everybody? Play this. This is a short song, so whoever's coming up next, get your guitar ready, because this will be over before you know it. Well, let me start over on that. Talk to my heart, tell it like it is. Lately it's been wondering how things are. If your love is true, I'm begging you, have a little talk with my heart. 3 little words, I love you, are all it really wants to hear. Talk to my heart, tell it like it is. Lately it's been wondering how things are. If your love is true, I'm begging you, have a little talk with my heart. All you've got to do, I'm begging you, have a little talk with my heart. Have a little talk with my heart. Thank you very much.
Man, that was great, Harry. Great song, great delivery.
Real sweet, very pretty. Harry.
I had a bunch of other lyrics, I put it in there, and it just messed it up. If the more words you put in it, so I just took them all out.
I think what you got is a perfect arrangement.
Well, I call it "Have a Little Talk with My Heart." Anyway, thank you. Glad you like it.
Barbie.
I've heard it before though, right? You're still
Yeah, you've heard
working
it
on
before.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it one time. I said, it needs some. I thought it needs some more words, but it just messes it up when I do it. So there could be a really good lyricist could figure out some way to add some stuff to that. Maybe another. I don't know.
I don't think it needs anything.
Like jazz, it's the
Just
knowing what notes and what words to leave out.
Just a little production, if you're gonna record it, you could.
Well,
Sting
Sting said it's the silence in the music that makes a difference.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
A little violin break might be very nice.
Alrighty. Well, I'm going to do my Bonnie and Clyde song that was the song of the year in 2019. You've heard the story of Jesse James, of how he lived and he died. But if you're still in need of some outlaw deeds, here's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Now Bonnie and Clyde and the Barrow Gang were said to be worth their weight in lead. Oh, they'd rob and steal, but those who'd squeal were usually found dying or dead. Well, you can't believe the fake news. No, the gang wasn't so ruthless as that. Yeah, their nature was raw, but they hated the law. Stool, pigeon, spotters, and rats. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doodle, doodle, what'll they do? On a what ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. They were called cold-blooded killers. It was said they were heartless and mean. But Bonnie said with pride that she once knew Clyde when he was honest, upright, and clean. But the law fooled around, kept taking him down and locking him up in a cell, till he said to Bonnie, I'll never be free. So I meet a few of them in hell. A newsboy said to his associates, now I wish old Clyde would get jumped. In these awful hard times, we'd make a few times if 5 or 6 cops would get bumped. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doodle, doodle, what'll they do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Some people have suffered from heartbreak, from weariness. Some people have died. But take it all in all, our troubles are small compared to Bonnie and Clyde. If a copper was bumped in Big D and the blue had no clue or guide, well, they couldn't find a fiend. They just wiped their slate clean and blame it on Bonnie and Clyde. There were 2 crimes in the U.S. of A, not credited to the Barrow mob. Well, they had no hand in the kidnap demand or the Kansas City Depot job. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Doodle, doodle, what'll it do? On a wild ride, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. When the Times went to press with a crime report, Clyde called Bonnie one day. He said, now don't start any fights. We ain't working nights. We're joining the NRA. From over in Irving to the West Dallas Viaduct was known as a great divide, where the women were kin and the men were men, and they didn't stool on Bonnie and Clyde. If they tried to act like honest citizens and rent them a coat flat. About the third night, they were invited to fight by a sub-gun's rat-a-tat-tat. They didn't think they were too tough or desperate. They knew that the law always wins. They'd been shot at before, but they could not ignore that death is the wages of sin. Oh yeah, oh yeah, doodle-doodle, what'll they do? Oh no, alright, needing a place to hide. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. Now the road was winding and so dimly lit, there were no highway signs to guide. But they made up their minds, if all the roads were blind, they wouldn't give up till they died. The road got dimmer and dimmer, so dark you could hardly see. But they fight man to man and do all they can, but they know they can never be free. And in the end, they went down together, but they weren't buried side by side. To few there was grief, to the law a relief. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde. That's the story of Bonnie and Clyde.
Nice job, Barbie.
Thank you.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
Okay. Follow that, Alan.
Well,
Wait a minute. I'm really feeling
scared.
my own tonight.
All right. Well, this is a delayed request from Harry. He suggested I do this last night, but I didn't get to it. So many songs, so little time last night.
It goes
So-
fast, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Hey, it went real fast.
yeah. So this is Lipstick and Bullets. Daisy's got drama with her man and a man with a mullet. She prances through the big box store and buys lipstick and bullets. She got me running down old friends, running down her promises of heaven around the bend. I want to fly away. It's all gone crazy. Take me miles away and find a place where I belong. Yeah, I can pick 'em. My soul takes a licking. Jumping in my pickup as Big Red Lips takes her shots at me. Boots are shaking, or is that the ground below? I'm so rattled I can't tell for sure anymore. Want to fly away, escape the crazy, get miles away from where it all went wrong. The man, he smiles as he hands me a check. Says, don't you worry, boy, there's no reason to fret. But I got holes in my pockets, I got holes in the back of my jeans, I got a hole in the ground where my water comes out, now it burns like kerosene. I want to fly away, 'cause it's all gone crazy, take me miles away to find the place where I belong. Want to fly away, escape the crazy, get miles away from where it all went wrong.
Nice job, Alan.
That's it.
Boy, we're having a good show tonight. Tell us what you did last night. Tell us
Harry,
about last night.
well, I had a wild party. Oh, you mean what I did on Musically? No wild party, but I did play with Harry Hewlett's. Invited me and Don Wall for a little showcase. We each did 45 minutes. It was streamed live on YouTube. I don't know, was it streamed live on Facebook?
It's streamed live on YouTube.
Yeah, just on YouTube, but yeah. But I believe this will be a recurring thing. I think Harry says he may do it on a Saturday.
Well, there's been another change. We're gonna do it on the second Tuesday.
So,
of the month.
okay.
Second Tuesday.
You heard it first here.
Right here.
But yeah,
All
that
right.
was a lot of fun.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. I wanted to put in a good word for you. And right now, I am going to replace the spotlight with Keith.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Keith Dodson.
Yes. Alan mentioned this one earlier. I couldn't figure out what I was going to play tonight, so I might as well play this one. I got one request some time ago, but
Before you get started, I've got my tin ears on again. Are you
and there's that button.
original sound on or off?
How about now?
Let's hear you sing.
Okay. As I was saying, this is one Alan mentioned earlier. I'll take that as a request. I got one request several years ago, but I'm pretty sure it's biologically impossible, so we'll go with this one. Well, I've had my share of heartache. It's a feeling I just can't endorse. A half a dozen girlfriends have left me. 2 marriages ended up in divorce. Old hound dog ran off with a poodle. You know, that was a terrible day, but it can't match the pain in my heart the day my self-driving truck drove away. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I met her one day in the showroom of our little town's Ford dealership. I could tell by her headlights she loved me, and soon we'd be joined at the hip. I'd wash her and wax her each morning, and she spent every night in the garage. I did all I could think of to spoil her, but she decided to get out of Dodge. Well, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. My self-driving truck drove away. Well, I guess that I should have known better. Should have bought me a bus pass instead. I guess I was caught up in folly, 'cause my heart overruled my head. But now that I've learned my lesson, there's a moral I can't overstate, that a man makes a fool of himself when his transport becomes his soulmate. Oh, my self-driving truck drove away, left me standing at the end of the road. She put herself in gear, she tore out of here while I was just trying to unload. Well, she left me without any reason. Man, I hope she'll come back someday. And since I don't own a bike, I just have to hike. And it's starting to rain, and it drives me insane, because my self-driving truck drove away.
You know, that is so sad on so many different levels. I think of all the schmoes that have written breakup songs that have been, you know, and this guy, I'm sorry, Keith.
This brings country music into the 21st century.
Well, that it does, but it also, it's excruciatingly sad. I mean, the symbolism there I mean, it's bad enough to lose a person, but your truck, I mean, if you're that hard up that you're writing a song over losing a truck, you've lost. I'm sorry. It's just, anyway, we got to move on before I, you know, start making a fool out of myself. The next person is Mr. Ace Pounder. He's gonna do a great job.
I was going to say it's a story of trucks and humanity to man, you know. So.
Yes.
I'm going to do only dog songs tonight. I don't know how long I'll last. I'm having a kind of a rough dog day. My Bentley seems to have lost his sight. He had what looks like an attack of something. I forget what it's called but we're worried about him, and so I'm going to do songs about dogs today. This is about me and a late best friend named Scout. I know the neighbors smile at us when they see us on a companionable stroll. The classic boy and dog cliche, give or take 60 years or so. I'm told we look like characters from a long forgotten play. Just another pair of vaudeville pals doing our act today. We're an old man and an old dog, just a couple of friends, an old man and an old dog, together until the end. We argue about which way to go and when it's time to stay. like grumpy old men from the neighborhood. We're together on our walk today. We wander out to the sunset like a couple of cowboy dudes, like the sheriff and the Waco kid with plenty of attitude. Just an old man and an old dog, a duo from the beginning of time. An old man and an old dog, together we'll be just fine. That's the Scout. He was a wonderful dog.
I hope your dog you talked about gets better, gets to feeling better. He is. This is permanent, I assume.
If I've got to be a seeing eye dog for the rest of his life, that's what I will be. So.
Sorry to hear that. Well, if Chris is around, Chris is going to be next. My video isn't working. One moment. Okay. Let's see here. We can talk about the weather. Any new news there? No? Okay.
It's a good day
Well,
not to go out.
Yeah, it's a good day not to go out. I think what I'm going to do is give Chris some time to do it. He may have to miss a turn. Keith has kind of inspired me like the schmo loses girl. So this song was written from the point of view of a real schmo. And, Chris may be back. Chris, are you ready?
He's gone.
No, he has vanished. I hope he comes back. He has plenty of time. This song is called Weird Relationships, and it's not autobiographical. What was that?
He's back.
Okay, Chris, if you're ready to go, we're ready for you. We hear some muffled sounds, but we don't hear any voices or anything. Is your original sound on? Okay, we see you, we do not hear you. Yes, we do see you, but we do not hear you.
He's muted.
He's muted. Unmute.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Are you? Do you have your original sound on? Original sound for musicians on?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go.
Oops, wrong one. Chris, here we go.
That song's called Good Day.
Okay. You sure your original sound says is on?
What's going on?
Does it say?
I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Are you using an interface?
Oh, no, I am not.
Well, go ahead. We won't expect a really great sound without the interface. Just remember that you have to have original sound for musicians on. And please come back. You will probably listen back to this later and say, oh, but every last one of us started at the beginning. And the more you do it, the better acquainted you are with getting a good sound. So
Absolutely.
If you're on a phone, then you have to enable that original sound to show up on your screen. And you'll have to get out of Zoom to do it. You'll have to go into settings.
Absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead and jump to the next person. I'll figure this out. I apologize.
That's all right. Everybody starts at the beginning, so
somewhere,
I will
right?
see you in a while.
All right. Bye.
That's funny. I just muted myself and then realized I'm next. Okay, so do me a favor if you want to stay together. Do me a favor if you want to be mine. I'm sick and tired of all this inclement weather. If you'll be true to me, we get on fine. 'Cause I know when I'm being fooled with it. I know when it just isn't right. Since you're the type and you don't think that we can do it, a selfish attitude we won't overcome. I'm not the type to cry and hope you get through it. I may look stupid, but I'm not that dumb. 'Cause I know when I'm being fooled with it. I know when it just isn't right. Do we really want to ignore what we know to do? Why can't you see it's important to me and it should be to you? You haven't called in over 24 hours. That ain't no way to keep a good man involved. You can't forget about the cards and the flowers, baby. You were a problem, but it's just been solved. 'Cause I know when I'm being fooled with it. I know when it just isn't right. I know when I'm being fooled with it. I know when it just isn't right. Isn't that
That
just
was-
awful?
That's your own special effect there at the end, right?
Yeah,
I
I'm
like
trying
that.
to get that over that, whatever they do, that where you get that overtones thing. At any rate, that brings us to Harry.
Back to me, moi. There. Buck Morgan wrote this song, and I scrambled it up and rearranged it and that kind of stuff.
Hey, have you talked to Buck lately?
I've talked to him since Christmas. I know. I think I wish to call him. He's bought a house. He's up in.
Well, I know. Is he settled in now? He's got some furniture and stuff in
I
it.
think so, and he's found some music people up there, like open mic and that kind of stuff. And he's found he's got a life anyway up there, I think.
That's good.
But he misses
it's
us.
so remote. It's such
Yeah, he's
a
kind of
remote
remote, but he's found some people up there that some kindred souls or whatever you call it. Reverend Jimmy Wheeler was a true believer, drank iced tea at the bar, praised for his Redeemer. He sat there with his guitar, which I longed for from afar. His eyes found mine like some kind of Christian radar. That guitar made me bolder. A big blonde with round shoulders. He said, "Look away, pray you'll grow older."
Here I am. I've got
There
my
she is.
keyboard
Don't she look
shirt
pretty?
on
Do
tonight.
y'all recognize the keyboard? That was hanging on the wall at the.
No, that's this. This is a T-shirt. or sweatshirt. This was hanging on the wall at the thing.
Yeah, for the awards show that we did online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Now I've got it on my lap. It's so cold in here.
I hope it's warm.
It is warm. All right. Well, hey, it's going to be a full moon on Sunday, so I thought I'd sing the full moon song. So, written by Lori Wyndham with a little help from me. Down a little bit. Let's try that. I just moved my capo the other way. Full moon hanging in the sky. I wish that I knew how to fly, to fly. A voice speaks in my ear, come fly with me. Come fly with me. But when it comes to the flight, I always lose my foresight and wind up falling with a downwind calling me home. Full moon, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, illuminate, show the way, full moon, my head is feeling right, the stars are all aligned tonight, let's dance, the way is bright and clear, I'll find my love, I'll find my love. But when tonight's run its course, I'll ride the way back to shore, floating, singing while my feet start bringing me home. Full moon, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, illuminate, show the way. But as I play out the night, will my choices be right? My heart is swelling while my head is telling me no. Full moon, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, illuminate, show the way. Full moon, the moment's very near, I'm strong, but will the road be clear? Dream on, I feel the atmosphere, dream on of love, dream on of love. But with your face again full, I feel the same magic pull. Despite my knowing, have a new fate showing me home. Full moon, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, illuminate, show the way, show the way.
Very nice, as always.
Thank you.
Barbie, can you tell us a little bit about Love and Warren, Texas, last Thursday?
Oh, last Thursday. Well, we showed up, and I was a little late because what was I? Because Bobby had left the house and forgotten his medication, so he had to go back. So he got to my house a little bit late. So we were a little bit late getting to Love and War. And we walked in, and there was, the place was all closed up where we normally play, the stage and outdoor stage and everything. And walked into the restaurant part where they have private parties back there all the time. And there was the group, and everybody was around a table, and everybody was doing a songwriter round like we're doing tonight, except live. People brought their guitars. And we had, I believe, 12 people there, a couple of new people. Dakota was one of them, and the last guy, I don't remember his name, the last guy that joined us. But anyway, everybody was good, and it was fun, and I brought the camera, and so it's on Facebook. Not so good at the very beginning, but then I ended up getting an extension cord so I could put the camera in the middle of the table, and then we got better pictures there towards the end. So it was good. It was real good. Bill was good. Harry was there.
Harry was good.
Alan was good.
Keith was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was really a fun evening. I thought about you either at the time or later on, thinking, if it weren't for you, that wouldn't have happened. We're so grateful over the years that you have come up with an outlet for us. And I just thought about, there you were, and I was looking at all these people that had been brought together to play, and I just thought it was really, really cool.
It was. It was great. It was a good situation. And so we thought, okay, we're going to do that next month. We'll just have it in there next month. But they have enclosed that area, but they've got windows all around there, so they can open the windows up. So it's going to be ready. Bobby talked to Red, and he said it's going to be ready in 2 weeks. So it'll be ready before we're back, and we'll be on the real stage. And the great thing about the big stage is, and if we all wanted to get up there and do a round on the big stage, we could do that if that's what Ricky Jean wants to do. It's up to him. He's the host, and he can do whatever it is. But we ought to be on stage because they've got cameras on the stage, and they're going to be piped into all of these TVs that are going to be hanging around the venue.
Wow.
I know. And so I want to figure out how to somehow run that to my phone or a camera or something, and see if we can't stream it to Facebook or something off of their video camera.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Somehow figure out streaming it to Facebook from a feed off their video camera. I don't know if we can do that or not. Anybody?
I wonder if some people would finish their meal and come in and watch the rest of the show.
Of course, they always do that. I mean, the people eat out there all the time. So
some people may not even realize there's something out there, and they'll see.
Well, they do. They have that. Tripod thing with a chalkboard on it, and then it says that we're out there, so people that come in can see that there's something going on out there.
Well, not only that, but they'll see us on TV, and they'll realize that we're famous, and they'll actually be able to meet us in person. And Harry did an excellent job. He's got it put up on his on the YouTube thing, and he's figured out a way to make it not backwards, and he's got it all chaptered out so you can just tune into who you want to tune in. And I'm going to turn it over to Alan, but before I do, I want to remind Alan that Original Sound for Musicians on, and you may already be on, but I'm kind of in this irritating habit.
It never hurts to remind me, but I do have it on tonight.
Oh, good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Alan Larson.
All right.
Oops, how did I do that? That's
I
not
look
Alan
different
Larson.
tonight.
That is Ace Pounder. We have a sneak preview. Ace is going to be coming up next, so do not go away.
Hey, there he is. All right. I was going to do this song last night, but time did not permit. We got busy. Anyway, this is She's Magic. Well, here she comes walking down the street, looking so good from her head down to her feet. Well, she drives me so wild. And they once said I was so meek and mild. She's like a warm and cold front meeting on the plains, a low pressure system with a cooling rain. Well, we huddle wet beneath the stairs. We kiss and then she vanishes in the air. The thing is, that gal, well, she's magic. Well, she wants me to bring her some cigarettes, as if she's not smoking hot already yet. Yeah, she totally makes my head spin. Yeah, to me, she's a living end. Well, she tosses her hair and gives me that grin. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong words. Well, we watched the Late Show on her big TV. Snuggled up as easy as can be. Well, she tosses her hair and gives me that grin. You never know where this is gonna end. 'Cause with her, that gal, I tell you, she's magic. Well, we go dancing in the barroom at the club. There's cool jazz and then she gives me a nudge. Well, she takes me outside to look up at the stars. She points and says, "This is where we are." And she'd know, 'cause that gal, I tell you, she's magic.
Nice job, Alan.
Oh, thanks.
I enjoyed playing with you last Thursday too. When it was your turn, I just jumped right in.
Yeah, I'm glad you did. It was fun, and people were singing along to a couple of my songs.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Love in Warren, Texas is the 4th Thursday of the month at Love in Warren, Texas, Plano Parkway and
Yes.
I-75. Keith, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing quite well, and I got to say, I enjoyed singing along with you on Bida. I've always wanted to do that.
It was so nice to actually have us interacting without the what's the word where the latency. Yeah, when we're real life, there's no latency factor.
Yeah, because I prefer singing harmony to melody, so that gave me a chance to do that. So, well, anyway, this is a story about my last vacation before COVID down in San Antonio, where I had kind of a surreal experience on the Riverwalk, eating fish and chips at an Irish pub and listening to mariachi music. So I thought that's something to remember. So, listening to mariachis outside O'Connor's pub, iced tea, fish and chips, and mushy peas for grub. A combination solely found in this Texas hub, only in San Antone. In the fall of 1990, we first came here as a pair to see the Alamo, the Riverwalk, the Hemisphere. Walking hand in hand, loving memories we'd share, just for us in San Antone. We returned many times with our family in tow. It grew on us more through the years, but none of us can live forever, I know, and your loss still brings me to tears. San Antonio's always a good idea, that's what we'd always say. Now I sit here on my own, remembering the day that we'd come here together to rejuvenate and play together in San Antone. I'm missing you in San Antone. Deep within my heart, there's a melody.
Keith, have you ever timed that song?
It's kind of short,
isn't it?
Yeah, but I think I said all I want to say. So
well,
I need to put an instrumental in there somehow. I guess I need to learn to play this thing better.
Just modulate and do it again.
Yeah, could you just roll it around twice?
Sing it in Spanish once,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't really do that, but I could do it in German. That would really make it surreal.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have a hit on our hands now. And speaking of a hit on our hands, we have the inimitable Ace Pounder.
Former hitman, is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, tell us about your dubious. Well, I guess you better not now because we are streaming. So
yeah, the home whatever they're called
What is the statute of limitations anyway?
It's a statue in New York Harbor. That's a statute of limitations. That's what I. All right, I'm just gonna do one more because I got to be honest with you guys. I'm pretty preoccupied thinking about my little friend. I got to go spend some time with him and check with him and do whatever I can do. But this is for my very first best friend, at least down here. His name is Charles. We named him Charlie because we thought that was a very friendly name, and people named Charlie tend to be very friendly people, although someone did mention Charlie Manson to me. But aside from that, Charlie teams, but he was more dignified than that, and so he became Charles. So this is
called him Chuck.
Well, I did call him Chuck when he was being a pain in the ass, yeah.
Yeah.
But generally he was Charles because he wasn't a Charlie. He wasn't, Anyway, this is called For Charles. look into Charlie's eyes, I see his spirit so warm, so wise, his love expressed without guile or guise when he looks back at me. When I look into Charlie's face, I feel his glad embrace of every day. I see his hopes that we will play with his sister in the park. Charles, you are my friend, my best companion. I love to pet your handsome furry head. You taught me how to stop and sniff the sunshine. The simple, sacred joys of every day. Charles had such a dignity. He holds his tail for all to see. People stop and look at me when we go walking by. Charles, you are my friend, my best companion. I love to pet your handsome furry head. You've taught me how to stop and sniff the sunshine. The simple, sacred joy of every day. Simple, sacred joy of every day. That's for Charles, aka Charlie, aka Chuck. All right, I'm gonna take off. I hope I'll be. I'll try to be for tomorrow's meeting. So, everybody, have a good evening.
What's going on with your baby?
He seems to have become blind.
Okay.
He's got problems with, and I forget the name of the disease. My wife had it too. Where
Glaucoma.
Glaucoma, yeah.
And, I've got glaucoma.
And
I'm going blind. So.
It just exploded on him. He's a. There's a problem with overbreeding, and we rescued him, and he's a thoroughbred, and so as a result, all those problems are worse. And
so, do you have 2 dogs or just one?
Yeah, we have 2.
But this is the one that had the surgery?
Yeah.
The other dog will probably help him in his blindness.
Yeah. Well, I will too.
Get around.
He's got me. So. But anyway, all right. Well, thank you, friends. I will. Peace, love, and tie-dye. I will see you tomorrow.
Take care, Ace.
Good evening.
I'm going to see an eye surgeon tomorrow myself. I've got a cataract in my left eye. So.
Yeah. All right. Be well.
All righty, buddy. Take care.
Oh, I was muted. I was talking to him. Well, gee, Christopher, if you're watching on Facebook, I seriously hope I didn't run you off. I'm not implying you were a beginning guitarist, singer, or songwriter. It's just that when we first began Zooming a year or so ago, none of us knew the first thing about it until we learned the first thing about it, and then the second thing about it. By the third thing about it, we were capable of playing. So it's not that hard to do. I have my Scarlett Focusrite plugged into the back of my computer, and I have my microphone right here that goes into the front of the Scarlett, and my microphone picks up my guitar and my voice. And Christopher, I am sorry you didn't come back. I had assumed and hoped that you would. But here's the song I'm going to play. It's called Something to Live For. You've got something to live for, guaranteed love and a good life in store. I've got nothing to live for without the love from the girl I adore. Am I lying? Is this true? Can you tell how I feel for you? Bloodshot eyes can't hide the way I feel. Mindless beaches can't reveal what I would like to say to you. Things I could give to you and only you. I love you. I love you and only you. I love you.
When did you write that, Bill?
Back in college, somewhere between 73 and 76, I would guess.
So when y'all were playing triad, you and Bob and Chris, I know Chris did a couple of his original songs, but did you do some of your original songs, and did Bob?
Yes, Bob had one, I had one, and Chris had two. And the rest of our stuff were all covers. And I would volunteer to do it, but I would have to tune my guitar down a full step and then drop the high E and the low E a full step below that in order to do it to accommodate my voice, because it's pretty high. But yeah, Bob and I did one each, and Chris had two. Jefferson Road was one of them, and the one about the pot farm was the other one. Those were Chris's.
40 acres.
Yes.
Give me 40 acres.
Yeah. I was hoping to see Chris tonight, too. Harry and I are hoping to get him to play Tuesday, the second Tuesday.
Well, I texted him, and he said that, I don't know, he didn't exactly say why he didn't. He may not realize it's Wednesday night. I didn't say that we were having virtual open mic. I just asked him if he was iced in like we are.
Yeah. Harry, I didn't spill any beans there, did I?
I don't think so.
Good. It's no secret that to want to get Chris on.
No, we've been talking about, Barb and I have been talking about him for a long
Yeah.
time, trying to get him going.
Yeah.
But
He's getting there with his sound finally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I should say so.
Working.
you remember a long time ago, Wednesday night was a bad night to have anything because that was prayer meeting night.
Well, Alexis still goes to prayer meeting on
But
Wednesday
on
nights.
Wednesday night? Yeah,
Yeah,
used
so
to
she
do.
can't join that. And I used
Yeah.
to go to choir practice on Wednesday nights,
Choir practice, yeah.
but I haven't done that in a long time.
Oh, I need to invite you and Bobby to come out, and maybe get Alexis to come I think
Come out to what? Choir
to
practice?
church Sunday morning.
Oh,
Boy, that choir and that orchestra and that band.
I hear it on the internet.
Oh, man.
But I know I used to sing with that choir and orchestra
So
and
you
band.
know the quality and the standards.
Of course, yeah.
Holy cow, that's
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's great.
And that brings us to you, Barbie. I think
No,
you're next.
Harry's next.
Oh, that's right. Harry,
Yeah,
you're
don't skip
absolutely
Harry.
next.
Spotlight him.
Just overlooked me, just like
I
that.
just overlooked you.
You go for the
talking
pretty
to-
woman every time, don't you?
Yep,
Yeah.
she distracted me.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
I
I'm trying to. For some reason, have I been unhosted? Because I can't seem to get you. I can't. Somebody did it. Thank you, someone. Was that you, Barbie?
I did it.
I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. But when the sun came up next day in Dallas, she said she saw Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. Since then, how swiftly all the years went by. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if she hadn't seen Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. How fun we had beneath those city lights. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if I hadn't had Lubbock in my eyes. Thank you very much.
That's another one of your great songs, Harry.
It's easy to remember.
It seems short.
It is short.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you take it. When you take it in the studio and give it to all them big good musicians, and they come up and they do stuff with it, stretch it out.
Well, I really like
Give every instrument a solo. That's what Hank Williams used to do. Everybody in the band got a solo.
Well, I know that when Cream was starting out, they knew that they only had a little bit of material, so they had to improvise. Of course, both Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker had a jazz background, but Eric Clapton obviously loved to improvise too. Anyway, we are coming to Barbie. Uh-oh, I removed her. Let's try this again. Add spotlight. No, replace spotlight. Okay, Barbara McMillen.
Here I am. Well, there's a comet has come close to us for the first time. It's the green comet. That sounds like a Marvel Facebook. A Marvel comic book character, right? The green comet, doesn't it?
Sounds like something you wash your sink with.
It's coming close to the earth.
I know.
Makes your teeth turn
environmentally
green.
conscious sub-compact.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna do a song from the musical Give Me a Break. Name the game. I know all the games. Choose a tune. Go to any room. Select a time, and I'll make it rhyme for you, just for you. wandering round, got no real home, and you're just what I needed tonight. Hold me a while and I'll make you smile like the girl in your wonder world. I'll close my eyes and let all the lies are real, no pain revealed. See, I've been a long time alone, been left behind, got no real home, and you're just what I needed. Name the game, you're just what I needed. You're the man I needed tonight.
Everybody sounded so good tonight.
It's kind of a mellow night, isn't it? For some
Yeah.
reason.
It is, because we're all cuddled up in some kind of wrap or something. We're snuggled in.
Told Barb when we checked I know while ago, I got a scarf on. I never have worn a scarf on one of these shows.
I bet Ace was even wearing pants.
He's gone to lay with his dog. Leave him alone. That's sad when you have, my girlfriend's husband is in the hospital. He just had open heart surgery yesterday, and he had 5 bypasses. I think you'd call that a quintuple bypass.
Yikes.
I didn't know you had that many places to bypass.
Me either. Never heard of it before.
I thought 4 was the max. Yeah.
Well, he's getting a 4+1.
Okay.
We're going to go with Alan.
Hello.
There he is. Looking
Speaking-
good there with the ring light.
Yes, I'm so. See, I also wiped off my camera lens, thinking that might have been you were saying it looked kind of fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it may have been just as much not having enough light, because when it's
Yeah.
not enough light, it's going to be grainy.
Do you hang that on your computer, or does it have a stand, or what? How do you hold it?
Mine came with both. It's got a clip you can use, and so I've got it just clipped onto my spring clip onto my top of my. I'm using my laptop. When we first started doing this, I sat in front of my desktop computer, but I somehow along the way decided it's more comfortable to be able to sit on the couch and lean back between my parts. But it also came with a tripod I could use. But so far I'm liking just clipping it on the laptop.
You got a clear picture all the way around, even the edges. You don't get any of those little wrinkly looking things.
Yeah.
Or shaded areas.
Yeah. I was observing how brightly lit Keith is. Wondering what.
Does he
He's
have
got all of his lights on in his room.
I've got a very large monitor in front of me, and I'm using Songbook for my lyrics, and I've got it with a white background and black type, so it puts a lot of light on me.
Yeah, my little tablet, it also will kind of illuminate me a little bit. In fact, I once played at this Vinecrafter's place, and some reason the owner came in, and she turned out all the lights just about in there. Like she wanted it dark in there. But fortunately, I had my tablet lit up so I could see I don't know what she was thinking. She was drinking a little bit of that wine, but at least it gave a little illumination for my face at the same time. People could see me.
I use my iPhone to find the bathroom at night when I get up and go to the restroom and it's dark.
Yeah, mine.
And just the type on it. You know, just if you got anything on it, it'll.
Yeah, I use mine for that a lot of times too. The other night, when I turned out the lights to go to sleep, I got a space heater in there that blew the breakers. So I had to get up and find my way to the breaker box. I did want to just throw this out there. Barbie mentioned the comet. I've got an app on my phone called ISS Detector. I originally put it on there because it helps you find the International Space Station when it flies over. But it's a really good app. It'll show you exactly where to look in the sky at what time and about how high and what. So I think it's free. I think I paid $5 to get rid of the ads, but it's pretty neat. But it's also will show you where this comet is. I checked the other day, so if you're interested, might want to look into that. So anyway, I was thinking earlier, last night I did about 10 songs, and Monday night on Per David's I did 2 other different songs. Well, I did 3, but one was that She's Magic. But I was thinking, what I should do is go through, for the next week or so, just try to do nothing but not repeat myself on any of my songs, because I tend to gravitate to doing the same ones more often than others. I got about 39 songs or so on my tablet. 32 I consider regular rotations, but of those, some more often than others, like You Got This and so forth. But the other 7 are kind of throwaways where I don't remember how they go, But I still have the lyrics. Anyway, so this is one I haven't done in a while. This is Better Than This. Let's see. Well, I once loved a gal, she always had her way. I was young, what could I say? She had that look. It was honey do this and honey do that. I prayed I jumped high enough to keep her around. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes they get the best of you. You try as you will, hard as you can. Sometimes you gotta understand. But I never knew she'd pack her bags. Should have known better than this. Well, I got up this morning, spilled my coffee in my lap, went to my car, my tire was flat. It was one of those days. Went to tie my shoes, a shoelace broke. Needed quiet, but everybody spoke all at once. No relief. Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So all you can do is shuffle through. Try as you will, hard as you can. Sometimes you just gotta understand. And I have to believe that tomorrow will be better than this. Now a sweet pretty woman, she smiled at me once. Thought that was nice, but to my surprise, she did it twice. And she took me aside to say hello. I never thought a light like this could shine on me. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. sometimes they get the best of you. Try as you will, hard as you can, sometimes you just gotta understand that with just one look, you know, it don't get better than this. Can it ever be better than this?
Nice job, Alan.
Oh, thank you.
Is your microphone picking up both your guitar and your voice? Because the sound is great tonight.
Yeah, it's just a cheapy little USB microphone.
Well,
I
it's
tried-
a great job on both.
I tried the gasoline-powered microphones and the wind-up ones, and I don't know. This one just
The solar powered ones and the,
and then I don't know the simplicity of this one. Like everybody says, it sounds great, so I decided to stick with it. I mean, I've had a mixer and the USB XLR, you know, but
so you're not using an interface. You're just running that straight into computer.
yeah, I mean, it goes in with a USB connection, so I mean that's kind of an interface, I guess.
Wow. You mean that mic is going directly into the back of your computer?
Yeah, to an XLR input.
I'll be hornswaggled.
Yeah, you can get these for 20.
XLR.
Huh?
XLR.
I mean, not XLR, USB.
USB. Okay.
One of
Yeah,
those
this one even
three-letter
has its
acronyms.
own. I can turn it off. Now you can hear me again, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Did
never
you
use
get-
that because I can turn it off and y'all think my mic is still on.
Right. Yeah.
So I just let you all be able
That'll fool us. We might be trying to fix you sometime, and that microphone's off, and instead
Yeah.
of the Zoom one.
So I got to where I just don't ever use that button. But yeah.
Well, I guess it's time for you to do a commercial. Where did you get it, and how much was it? And
I'm
what
pretty
brand
sure I
is
got it off Amazon, and it's a
Huh.
Junovo, I believe. Well, it's either faded or that's the way it's Jonovo.
Huh. So they don't carry it like the guitar
sure?
stores and stuff?
Are you sure it's not an LOVONO? Lenovo?
Well, no, that's my laptop is a Lenovo ThinkPad, but it's Jonovo.
Jonovo. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, let me see my mute that drop. It recognizes and says, yeah, JOUNIVO. I spelled it wrong. JOUNIVO. Jonovo.
June. J-O-U. June. It's
J-O-U.
French. It must be a French company or something.
What attracted you to that microphone just to buy it out of the?
It had a
Oh,
pretty
right.
smile. No, I don't know. I don't know. I was
Good question.
Googling USB microphones, see what I could come up that might be another alternative to what I've been using. So
Well, how much was it?
it was under $20 if I remember correctly.
I am flabbergasted. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you got a good deal.
Yeah, I've been using it for a while now. A lot of times it's been kind of just off mic. You haven't seen it, but yeah. But now it's well lit up by the ring light.
Well, I haven't been paying attention, I guess, because I was kind of focusing on the guitar sound, and
Yeah. Yeah, and it was dimmer light previously, generally. So
okay. Well, I'll get you off the hot seat. Thank you very much, Alan.
you're welcome.
I wanted to get that info.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, I was thinking when that guy wasn't Christopher's on. Sometimes I think maybe we ought to just let them go ahead and play a song with unoriginal sound, and just so they get a taste of playing for us, and then
Yeah. Yeah. I
rather,
wish I
rather
had.
than overwhelm them from the start. You know.
He's
Yeah.
a student of mine, and
Oh,
he
is, yeah.
he has a studio, and he has Zoomed from his studio. But he was obviously probably trying not to wake up his son, who just put to bed. So he was using his
that's
phone
right, yeah.
in another room or something.
Yeah.
And so he's,
Well, please offer him my most eloquent apologies.
well, he, if he gets, he needs to just buck up
Yeah.
and come back,
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah, very well put. There's no reason to be apologetic about that either. Yeah. I mean, I almost gave up last night because I didn't want to keep you up late, but your patience for helping me enter my song because of my ineptitude of the computer. I mean,
Well, darn, we
all
got
have
it
to be
done,
good.
didn't we? We got it done, and you
Well,
know how to
you
use the
did.
Google
Yeah,
folder
thank
now.
you. Yeah, I'm going to need to practice that repetitively, just like I've been practicing this. Keith, I'll bet you're ready to play, aren't you?
I guess I could be here.
Okay.
I'm using a Behringer 6-channel mixer here that I'm running my Audio-Technica AT3035 mic into. I originally was using this Boss guitar preamp, and I was running that into the mixer too, and they kept telling me the guitar was too loud, so I just been playing everything through the mic. I hope it mixes all right out there.
It does. It sounds good. Yeah, using a preamp probably just boosted it way up too much.
I probably just had the settings up too loud, and what I really need to do is plug this thing back in and make some videos on the computer and play them back so I can hear how the mix is and know where the buttons need to be placed, because I liked having a little bit of reverb. So,
But you listen to yourself after we played, usually, don't you?
I can, at least until the point where I, get nauseous. So I can't stand listening to myself back. I wish I was as talented as you folks were on the guitar. And now that I'm retired, I'm hoping to remedy that. But it's really easy to sit on the recliner and watch YouTube videos all day. So, anyway, Alan was talking earlier about the arrangement here. The repertoire. I'm going. This is one. There are some I feel I overplay, and I just went back through my list and haven't done these in a while. This is the self-driving truck, and this song, and Rattlesnake Rita were the 3 songs I played at my very first DSA open mic down at Dunn Brothers. So I think I'm going to do this one and do Rattlesnake Rita on the last round here. So this is the song that sums up my life. It's all about barbecue. All around this great big world, we all love barbecue. In every land a different style, let's just name a few. Now the Germans grill their bratwurst, Virginians smoke their ham. In Canada they roast wild game, while Greeks kebab their lamb. A shrimp on the Barbie, in the land down under. And here in Texas brisket just fills our hearts with wonder. But in the District of Columbia, prepare your knife and fork, 'cause in our nation's capital, they specialize in pork. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Now a gentleman from Ohio wants to build a dam. He grabs a great big pork chop and shares with Senator Sam. A rep from Alaska needs a new bridge. It's just a little pork loin she pulls out of the fridge. And the senator wants a stadium in sunny Tennessee. Well, these short ribs have no backbone, and neither does he. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Now this obsession with the pig, it must be some psychosis. All we can do is hope and pray they all get trichinosis. Well, let's all go down to that DC joint where the Congress gathers and pork is the point. A tasty little tidbit couldn't get much dearer. The secret of the flavors in the smoke and mirrors. The elephants love it, the donkeys too. Yeah, they all want a great big piece of pork to chew. And when the Washingtonians enjoy their barbecue, pork is the point. Yes, sir, pork is the point. Let's save our bacon. Pork is the point.
Everybody else is muted, but they are clapping. Well, we've got about 15 minutes left, so I guess I need to do something short. And I really have had no idea. So what I'm going to do, I was noodling around while I was practicing today, and I just started noodling around with an idea that I never developed. So I'm going to pretend that I have developed it. So it's really going to be improvised, but it's going to be hopefully mercifully short. Oh, thank you. Okay, we have Harry.
Won't you leave Keith on there? Like you did. Never mind. Okay. This song's for Bobby Dallas. He likes this song, so I'm going to play it for him. I hope he's out there watching or not. If he's like me, he probably fell asleep watching, but I'm I'm gonna do this for him anyway. This is for you, Bobby. First time she kissed him, best looking guy she'd ever seen. He said he'd never leave her. She was eager to believe. He left her for another. She took him back again. Little did she know how that first love would end. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. That's how heartache begins. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. It happened. A heart was broken. Then it happened again. There is no happy ending, but with luck her heart will heal. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. That's how heartache begins. Two-timed again. Two-timed again. It happened. A heart was broken. Then it happened again. Then it happened again. Thank you very much.
Another great song, Harry.
Well, I guess it's about time this thing be over. My iPhone sitting here, it says low battery, 20% battery remaining. So
Uh-oh, do you think
I don't know what that means.
your
But
battery can last for 8 more minutes? We need
I think maybe so.
Barbie and Alan and Keith to wrap up the evening. Anyway, I'm gonna hurry up and get it to Barbie.
I'm here.
Uh,
I brought myself out.
Did I get to stay on the stage with her?
Look, unless I can figure it. There you no. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
I have to give Bill something to do. All righty. I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to do an old bluegrass song that I wrote with Fern Daly and Nancy Reinders and Bob Barraza. No, Billy got laid off down at the cotton mill the same day his daddy died, left him out of his will. His sweetheart said there's trouble, forgot to take her pill. Oh, Lord, have mercy on old Bill. Poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill. Let's all say a prayer for poor old Bill. Well, they repossessed his pickup, he got no way to get around. A man without a saddle, stuck in a one-horse town. Buried 6 feet under, he'd be better off, he feels. Oh, Lord, have mercy on Bill. Poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill. Let's all say a prayer for poor old Bill. Have faith, my son, the preacher said he'll get through this mess. Then Bill showed him the notice he received from the IRS. They said they'd freeze his assets, but you can't get not for nil. Oh, Lord, have mercy on old Bill. Poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill. Let's all say a prayer for poor old Bill. Some glimmer of hope Bill remembered as a last chance to change his luck. He built a low ticket with his On the TV news that evening, Bill couldn't believe his eyes. The repo man who took his truck won the lotto prize. Yet Bill had left his ticket. Now he's fit to kill. Oh Lord, have mercy on old Bill. Poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill. Let's all say a prayer for poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill, poor old Bill. Let's all say a prayer for poor old. Let's all say a prayer for poor old. Let's all say a prayer for poor old Bill.
Wow.
Love that
That's
88
great.
string banjo.
Whatever you do, don't change the setting on that. Whenever you play that song, you must do it with whatever setting you have on that. I've never heard that. I really like it. And the setting on the keyboard, I think, really sounds great.
Okay, I'll have to remember that.
Yeah, whatever you do, because the song's going to flop otherwise, Barbie, so I'm just warning you now. Alan, you're next. Oh, that was a great song. I'd never heard it before.
Yeah, I'd never heard that either, I don't believe.
Oops.
I think I heard it somewhere. You did that somewhere before.
I've done it before, yeah.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Ha, well, then my short-term memory only stretches so far, because I thought I'd heard it for the first time.
It might have been before you, Bill.
So I just stepped out on my patio and it's raining heavier than I've seen all day. It's still kind of a light rain, but it's big drops. And the scary part is we don't want too much of that and power go out because limbs,
Yeah.
So that's my weather report.
Yes, you're right. Then don't step out because you'll end up falling on your bottom.
Yeah, well, I'm stepping on my patio. It's pretty safe. It's covered. But so I thought I would do this wintry song I've done probably the last couple of winters. You've probably heard it before, but it's been a while. It does have original lyrics. I did kind of borrow the melody purposely from Van Morrison. So if I don't hear any objections, I thought I would go ahead and do it. I thought it'd be appropriate. So I don't. I hear silence. So this is my song, "Two Below, Honey." You can take all the firewood in Texas. Please put it in a big pickup truck just for me. Drive it around the 7 interstate freeways. Drop it off for my baby by her front yard tree. 'Cause she's freezing, says it's 2 below, honey. you get frostbite of the first degree. It's freezing, it's 2 below, honey, just like an iceberg at the North Pole. Blizzards will stop us on the roads and freeways. Our wheels spin and slide, and our eyes can't see. Men with no lights, men without Wi-Fi. Knights in armor are shivering. She's freezing, it's 2 below, honey. Got frostbite of the first degree. It's freezing cold. It's 2 below, honey. Just like the glaciers at the North Pole. My apologies.
I love that guitar part you do on that. Where you do that.
Yeah, I'm trying to imitate what's you got, a flute or something playing that part?
I don't know, that sounded great where you did that. Anyway.
Yeah, I always love that song, the original version, but I thought I can't pass that opportunity up to write it. I think that was that winter it was 2 below here actually.
Mm.
Okay.
Somebody had to do it. Well, I've stunned you all into silence.
If I have anything to do with it, you're never going to work in this town again.
Now, do I need to play You're as Cold as Ice?
There you go.
Good
Yeah.
comeback, Keith.
So this is the last song of the night, is that right?
This is the last song of the night. This song can close out the night, and it'll probably close a lot of places too. And this is an older one I probably play too often, but I haven't played it much lately, so we'll do it now. This is Rattlesnake Rita. Rattlesnake Rita was a cattleman's daughter. She danced with a rattler that she found near Sweetwater, a-strutting the stages of the great Lone Star State. But dancing with a diamondback is dancing with fate. Now dance, Rita, dance. You know it seems such a strange circumstance. Oh, you look so demure with your reptile de jour, but you're taking terrible chance. Yes, you're taking a terrible chance. Dime box Danny fell in love with sweet Rita. He saw her on the stage, well, he just had to meet her. He stood at the stage door that very same night. When Rita saw Danny, it was love at first sight. Now sway, Rita, sway. Oh, yes, it looks like true love's come your way. Oh, the serpent gets jealous when you're out with other fellas. He could come back and bite you someday. Yes, he'll come back and bite you someday. And the stars in the West Texas sky smile down on the love now arising like a new butterfly. Oh, they strolled down the lane, but that viper was quicker. He wrapped round Rita's leg just to try and to trip her. Rita, she stumbled and fell on her fanny, and as she went down, that old snake bit poor Danny. Now cry, Rita, cry. Oh, dear Lord, don't let poor Danny die. But that toxic old venom, it was already in him. He was bound for the sweet by and by. Yes, he's gone to the sweet by and by. Well, that is the end of this tragic little story. Rita's in mourning, Danny's gone to glory. And as for the snake that the people did dread, well, they grabbed that slimy varmint and they cut off his head. Now learn, Rita, learn, these toxic relationships burn. You know, it's all black and white with companions that can bite. Some bridges you just have to burn. Yes, some bridges you just have to burn.
Hey, Keith.
Yeah.
It must have been about 50 years ago now, but I remember driving through Sweetwater, and somewhere outside Sweetwater, there's a big billboard, rattlesnake-proof boots. Do you ever remember seeing that?
I hadn't seen that billboard, but Sweetwater is the home of the International Rattlesnake Roundup.
Yeah, a bunch of them there. Yeah.
And so, yeah, they round up a bunch of them. I haven't worked up the nerve to go to Sweetwater during that time. Me and Indiana Jones, we both kind of dislike the.
They eat them.
They do.
They cook them, fry them, eat them, everything.
You know, when I originally wrote this, and I just had the third verse got too long, but I had a line there that said the snake took a licking and tasted like chicken.
Yeah.
But sadly, I had too much in that third verse, so I had to get rid of it. In fact, I actually had the third verse was 2 verses, and I was told, really, you need to shorten that. So,
finger licking good. Good song.
Thank you.
Well, all right, everybody. Should we end it? Should we say goodbye?
Who is our host next week? Alan, is that you?
Yeah, it's Alan.
Okay. Yeah, okay,
That is the
ladies
second.
and gentlemen.
Okay,
Time
yeah.
to sign off. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Alan Larson will be our host next week, so please tune in and see us. Good night, everybody, and thank you all very much.